Prince William has confirmed our worst suspicions at the age of 41. Recent open interviews by William revealed the emotional toll of growing up in the spotlight and under the weight of royal responsibilities as he discussed his complicated relationship with his father, King Charles III, and the late Princess Diana. This much-anticipated disclosure illuminates the profound psychological wounds sustained as a result of Princess Diana's tragic death and the difficulties he encountered thereafter. The candor with which Will discusses these difficulties provides an unusual window into Prince William's, typically portrayed as, private existence. Come explore the astonishing disclosure made by the Prince of Wales and his journey up to this point with us. St. Mary's Hospital in London was the site of Prince William's birth on June 21, 1982. His parents are Charles, Prince of Wales, later King Charles III, and Diana, Princess of Wales. He is the firstborn of their 3 children. William Arthur Philip Lewis was born on June 28, 1982, during the reign of his paternal grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, according to Buckingham Palace. After a christening ceremony on August 4, 1982, in Buckingham Palace's music room, he was formally called. This occurred on the exact same day when his great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, celebrated her 82nd birthday. Prince William was born to Prince George and Princess Mary, making him the first child of a Welsh royal couple since Prince John was born to George and Mary in July 1905. William went on his first overseas trip in 1983, accompanying his parents on their trip to Australia and New Zealand when he was just 9 months old. Additionally, this was the first-ever international tour of a royal infant. Both he and his younger brother, Prince Harry, were brought up in Kensington Palace in London and Highgrove House in Gloucestershire. Harry was born in September 1984. Brothers Willie and Wombat were William's nicknames, bestowed upon him by his respective parents. In contrast to earlier members of the royal family, he had an unusual childhood. While he and his younger brother Prince Harry were growing up, their mother worked hard to make sure they had a regular existence outside from the royal family. Because of this strategy, the lads were able to see the world outside the royal walls. They used public transportation, frequented fast food restaurants, and volunteered at homeless shelters and orphanages. William had his first public appearance in 1991 on St. David's Day when visiting Landfall with his parents. Along with his parents, he and Harry went on an official visit to Canada in 1991. Their 1996 divorce was the result of a troubled marriage for William's parents. Tragically, Princess Diana was killed in a vehicle accident in Paris the year after. From Kensington Palace to Westminster Abbey, William and Harry were in the rear of the burial procession, following their father, grandparents, and maternal uncle, Charles Spencer. During the morning service, William, who was just 15 years old, received compliments for his poise and dignity. One reason he and his 12-year-old brother Harry were well liked by Britons was because they respectfully followed Diana's coffin as it passed through London streets. By 2014, their share of their mother's bequest had grown to £10 million apiece, from £12.9 million when they became 30 years old. Among the many cherished possessions bequeathed to the boys in 2014 were their mother's wedding dress and a plethora of other garments, diamond headpieces, jewelry, letters, and artwork. The Times reported in 2002 that on their 21st birthdays, William and Harry would each get £4.9 million from the trust funds established by their great-grandmother, and on their 40th birthdays, they would each receive £8 million. Beginning his formal education at London's Jane Minors Nursery School and continuing at the renowned Eton College, William had an illustrious private education. Following this, he enrolled at Ludgrove School in Wokingham, Berkshire, where he had summer individual lessons with Rory Stewart. William participated in a wide range of athletic activities, from football and swimming to basketball and cross-country running. He also shot clay pigeons. He continued his education at Eton College, where he earned A-levels in biology, geography, and art history. He broke with royal tradition by opting to attend Eton College instead of Gordonstown. the institution that both his father and grandfather had attended. William was allowed to study unfettered by the royal family and the media in exchange for regular updates on his personal life. The chairman of the Press Complaints Commission, John Wake, offered his perspective, stating, "Prince William isn't an institution, nor a soap opera star or a sports icon. He's a young man, and in the coming years it could be a crucial and sometimes difficult phase of his life as he transitions into adulthood." Having tea on weekends outside Windsor Castle with his grandmother was a regular occurrence for him when he was a student at Eton. They would discuss the regal sitting arrangements and the duties that would befall him as king. Another student, brandishing a golf club, accidentally hit William in the head in June 1991, and he was sent to the Royal Berkshire Hospital for treatment. After suffering a depressed skull fracture, he had surgery at Great Ormond Street Hospital. The scar from the procedure is still visible today. William had planned to take a year off after graduating from Eton to see what else was out there. During this period, he served in the Bosnian military, was an agricultural worker in England, and was a member of the Raleigh International Program in Teruel, a town in southern Chile, which allowed him to travel throughout Africa. William volunteered for 10 weeks, teaching English and assisting with local construction projects. With other young volunteers, he lived in a shared apartment and helped out around the home. Because he was so enamored with Africa, he taught himself Swahili. William started his undergraduate career in 2001 at Scotland's University of St. Andrews. The media treated him with the same level of secrecy they had while he was at Eton, and pupils were warned not to divulge any information to the press. He changed his major from art history to geography after beginning his academic career in that field. Upon completing his undergraduate Master of Arts degree in 2005 with upper second-class honors, he focused his studies on the coral reefs of the Rodriguez in the Indian Ocean. He was a member of the 2004 Celtic Nations Tournament water polo squad for Scottish National University when he was a student there. His colleagues would frequently call him Steve so that the media wouldn't see him. William was named Counselor of State when he was 21 years old. He took up this responsibility in July 2005 when the Queen visited the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. In New Zealand, he made his first solo public appearances as part of a world tour honoring World War II. Author Tina Brown claims that William, like his father before him, had shown interest in becoming Governor-General of Australia. With David Manning as their advisor, the Queen had set up a personal office for William and Harry by 2009. When Prince William visited Auckland and Wellington in January 2010 on his first official tour, Manning accompanied him. The public was more supportive of this tour than his mother's 1983 tour, and it drew huge audiences. William traveled to Christchurch, New Zealand, shortly after the 2011 earthquake to deliver a speech at his grandmother's memorial ceremony in Hagley Park. On his way to become the Duke of Cornwall, he stopped in Australia to see the damage done by the recent floods in Victoria and Queensland. He started his studies for an executive agriculture management degree at St. John's College, Cambridge, in 2014. He did this via the Cambridge Programme for Sustainability Leadership, CPSL, which is supported by his father. The Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst welcomed William in 2006. The military warned him and his brother Harry against going to Iraq to join the British troops, despite their strong desire to do so. They were afraid they would be targeted and put other soldiers in danger. But in 2008, Harry was a part of 2 distinct deployments to Afghanistan. William served in the Royal Air Force and then the Royal Navy to broaden his military experience. He began his tour of duty in Wales in 2010 after completing his helicopter pilot training with the Royal Air Force Search and Rescue Force. His formal separation from the military occurred in September 2013, after he had participated in over 150 missions. After that, from July 2015 to July 2017, he was an air ambulance pilot. The life of Prince William, spouse of Catherine Middleton and future successor to the British throne, is characterized by strong ties to family and a dedication to public service. Among his most significant relationships is the one he had with Catherine Middleton, the future Princess of Wales. They met for the first time in 2001, when both were students at Scotland's University of St. Andrews. Their relationship blossomed into love, and they shot to stardom, becoming one of the most renowned couples in the world. They had a little breakup in 2007, but got back together quickly and were married in October 2010. On April 29, 2011, they tied the knot in Westminster Abbey, and millions of people all around the globe watched. Their children are Prince George, 2013, Princess Charlotte, 2015, and Prince Louis, 2018. The commitment of William and Kate to provide their children a normal upbringing has brought them widespread acclaim. They try to strike a balance between their royal duties and family life by being involved in their children's school activities and taking them on a range of outdoor adventures, despite the fact that they are members of the royal family. William has maintained a close relationship with Prince Harry in addition to his own family. Despite the recent arguments, particularly after Harry and Meghan Markle's, his wife, decision to step down from their royal duties in their interviews, William has shown a willingness to repair and an appreciation for the importance of family unity. William's private life is characterized by his commitment to mental health awareness campaigns, which he backs alongside Kate and Harry in their initiative Head Together. The great personal loss he endured when his mother, Princess Diana, died at a young age inspired his commitment for this cause. This commitment permeates his work with several groups that address mental health, homelessness, and veteran support. William received the titles of Baron Carrickfergus, Earl of Strathearn, and Duke of Cambridge on the day of his marriage in April 2011. William and Catherine embarked on a Canadian adventure that summer. As Olympic ambassadors, they took part in a number of sporting events at the 2012 Summer Games in London. William and Catherine celebrated the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in September 2013 by traveling to Singapore, Malaysia, Tuvalu, and the Solomon Islands. During this period, William's public duties were expanded as he presided over his first investiture ceremony at Buckingham Palace. Later that year, when he left the Royal Air Force in April 2014, the couple took their son George on a royal tour of Australia and New Zealand. As members of the royal family, William, Catherine, and Prince Harry attended commemorations in Belgium in August for the First World War. While on a tour of the United States with Catherine in December 2014, William spoke out against the illicit wildlife trade at the World Bank during his address in New York and Washington, D.C. William visited countries all throughout Asia, including India, Bhutan, China, and Japan, on many occasions in 2015 and 2016. After almost 3 decades, he finally stepped foot in mainland China, and the media were quick to commend his deft and polished diplomatic abilities. In response to media allegations that he was unmotivated, William emphasized his duties as a parent and an air ambulance volunteer to demonstrate his devotion to his career. William and Catherine visited Belgium, France, Germany, and Poland in 2017. In January of 2018, the pair also made stops in Sweden and Norway. As part of a planned series, the Foreign Office arranged these trips to bolster UK-European ties in the wake of Brexit. William and Catherine made their long-awaited return to Pakistan in October 2019 after a hiatus of more than 10 years. William had caught COVID-19 in April of 2020, but opted not to tell anybody so as not to start a panic. But it was revealed in November of the same year. The severity of his illness and his separation from his family were highlighted by the Daily Telegraph. Contrary to popular belief, his sickness was mild. He was up and about and able to work the whole time. By December of that year, the pair had boarded the British Royal train for a tour of Scotland, Wales, and England. The incredible efforts of communities and charity in 2020 were meant to be celebrated on this tour. In May of 2021, he and Catherine traveled the nation as his official duties required them to do so by the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland. In June of 2021, the pair made their debut at the G7 summit in Cornwall. To commemorate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, William and Catherine embarked on a voyage to Jamaica and the Bahamas in March 2022. The question of reparations for enslavement emerged as a major concern among demonstrators at the National Windrush Monument event in London during their visit. William reminisced about the trip, saying it gave him an opportunity to reflect, and he spoke out against the bigotry that the Windrush generation and other minority groups in the UK had to endure. William made his official debut as a Councillor of State during the state opening of Parliament in May 2022, when his father delivered the Queen's address in her grandmother's stead. William just had an honest chat about how he has been feeling and what he has learned from his mother's death about 30 years ago. He spoke on the profound impact her absence had on his life. It's truly moving to witness his path towards embracing and publicly discussing his grief. Prince William and Princess Diana shared an extraordinarily intimate bond, to the extent that William's aspirations for his professional life were shaped by his wish to shield her from harm when he was a young man. A significant factor in William's drive to succeed was his mother's ongoing requirement for emotional support, particularly given that he was her eldest child. Prince William has spoken about feeling better emotionally than he has in a while. Even as he gives us a look into how his sadness has progressed, his comments reveal the years he has spent battling his emotions. For over 20 years, Prince William has been through the difficult process of grieving, marked by the enduring specters of loss. Being able to speak openly and honestly about Princess Diana has been a source of comfort for him over time. Now that he has had time to reflect, he can talk frankly about her legacy. The road to rehabilitation for Prince William has not been smooth. Rather, it has been dotted with challenging and introspective moments. The fact that he has been at this stage for over 20 years is a testament to the difficulty of grieving a significant other and the persistence of sorrow in general. Prince William kept his word and remembered his mother with real emotion, under the weight of societal expectations and the continual scrutiny of his personal life. Supporting and uniting people with secret tales of loss, he demonstrated empathy for individuals coping with sorrow discreetly. At 41 years old, Prince William candidly discussed the profound void that Princess Diana's death has left in his life, expressing a need for her counsel and presence at significant milestones and familial festivities. Thinking about the opportunities he wasted to let his mother see the joy of his growing family brought home the tragic reality of desiring an unreachable connection with his emotions. Although he recognized the deep impact of loss on the psyche, he questioned the notion that time can completely heal all wounds. Prince William's grief remains as strong as ever, even though it's been 20 years since his mother died away. He admitted that there is no such thing as actual healing, highlighting the weight of this fact that the community often ignores. Even yet, Prince William finds comfort in acknowledging his grief while he is suffering. The fact that one finds ways to manage it shows a silent determination to face the complexities of loss, as he pointed out. During the early phases of his grief, Prince William tried to put on a brave front, but he was really overwhelmed by a paralyzing feeling of separation and a jumble of conflicting emotions. In addition, William said that he and his children's stability are the only reasons he can handle his very prominent position. Let us know your thoughts about the Prince William's confession. Like and subscribe for more such interesting videos.